sure what is happening, because the live stream stopped twice already. Hopefully it doesn't break again. But meanwhile, New Zealand Cam is on a lap. He of course isn't the Mercedes, he is on the hard tyres. I'm gonna see if the issues have been resolved. I think they have been. I can see the stream on my laptop, so I think everything is alright. So no worries there. 15 minutes remaining in the qualifying session, and if I'm not mistaken, New Zealand Cam will be the first one to cross the finish line on a lap. Hello everyone who is watching the stream currently. If you have any questions, put them into the live chat. I don't think this is going to be a competitive lap time. No, it isn't. He goes into pits. Not sure who else is on a lap time. Dean Gamer IT 1 minute 20.7 and Sector 1 minute 19.1. That is a great lap time from the Renault man there. Vitinho, the leader in the championship in the Ferrari, 1 minute 19.9. Not the best lap time from him, as we see Pizza Parker, the new Toro Rosso driver, for 1 minute 19.7. Callum Anderson, the slowest of the people who have completed a lap time, with a 1 minute 21.5. Oh, who else is going to be finishing up their laps? No future to see on the hard tyres. Currently last, and that's DRS Aquaplaning, 1 minute 20.4. Slower than his teammate by 5/10. Of course, Aquaplaning is streaming, so I'm going to be looking at his stream to see maybe some insight into the race. As the next man to cross the finish line, it will be Wilo Billy, but he will be starting a lap. I'm not sure about the rest. PMP Norris, that was a competitive lap time, 1 minute 27, right behind Dean Gamer. I'm not sure if Norris is a reserve or if he has been the new man for the Williams seat. Unfortunately, we only have 19 drivers. It would have been amazing to see a full grid here in F3, as most people are probably now coming into the pits. Now, Bryn has retired. I was looking for the other Toro Rosso, but it must have been Pizza Parker, who is in second currently. Amazing job from him. The standings currently are Vitinho in first place with 126 points, and Messi, who I think is missing from this race, as PMP Rodi goes for fastest. He is missing from the race. He has 102 points. Then right behind him, Riley, only 4 points behind Messi. He is down in 16th place, but he is still in the pits. Then we have Storm, who is going to compete today. No future to see, who is currently 9th, the slowest out of everybody who has finished a lap. Then it is Sector, the provisional pole man. And then we have Wilo Billy, who is here today. He hasn't been showing up lately, but he is here today. Then we have Golden Crimson, or PMP Crimson. He's in 15th currently, but he still didn't have a competitive lap time. And it's Cab Boyke and DRS Aquaplaning completing the top 10. As now I think Cab Boyke is on a lap time. We'll see what he can do. I think that's the Senna helmet he's rocking, but it could be a custom one. No, I think it's a Senna helmet. I'm just being really dumb. Hello to everyone who is watching. If you have any questions, of course, put in the chat. If you want to say hello, put it in. And Cab Boyke, what will he get? It's second place, 1 minute 19.7. It's still a 6/10 gap to Sector, who is on provisional pole position. Else will be finishing their lap times. New Zealand can potentially. he gets a 1:19.7. A lot of people in that area today. He goes third. Who else is going to be finishing their lap times? Callum Anderson will be starting going through Parabolica. Now onto the start-finish straight. It will provide many overtaking opportunities in the race. Let's go on an Umber lap with him. He goes into turn 1. Very big braking zone. There's going to be probably a lot of dive bombs. Maybe some carnage into turn 1 at the start of the race. Now coming up to turn 3 or turn 4, because I think that curve is actually considered a turn. You usually take more of the curb on the entry of the chicane. Now into the first Lesmo, into the second one, as there is sector slowing down a bit. Callum Anderson may get some slipstream from him, so he will have a lot more speed going into Ascari. 347 just there, but there will be faster times on the main straight. I don't think he validated there. Into Parabolica. This is the temple of speed, so most of the lap is taken flat out. I'm not sure how much, probably like 70%. And Callum Anderson comes up to the line, and it's going to be 6th place, 1:20 flat. Now I think Sector will be starting his lap, as he gets some traffic from PMP Norris, as Norris I think is lagging all over the place. I don't think it's the Lando Norris we know and love. He is busy with the virtual Grand Prix, I think. I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow. It's probably tomorrow. I'll be surprised if it's today. Now Riley, he is on a lap if I'm not mistaken. He's going up to the line. What will he get? He gets a 1:19.5, puts him in 3rd place. As I didn't see, Peter Parker improved on his previous lap time, 1:19.4. Anyone else close to finishing their lap times? Sturm will be starting his lap time. I want to see the top speed of the Mercedes. Of course, these are equal cars, but I'm always interested on what they can achieve. We'll be looking at the bottom right. 352. That's the top speed so far. That's the speed trap. It's probably not the record. I'm gonna see on the White Low Billies. 352. Both cars maxing out on 352. As well, Willie doesn't get the best entry into that corner. He goes really wide. Peter Parker now, he will be going into the pits, as the RS aquaplaning. I'm not sure if he's finishing his lap time. Yes, he is. He's going into the pits. Now, is Crimson on a lap time? I don't think so. I think he's going to be coming into the pits. Most people on the soft tires, so that probably means it's going to be a soft to medium strategy, or maybe soft to hards. I'm not quite sure about that. Now Storm coming up to Parabolica, through Parabolica, onto the finish line. What will he get? He goes into the pits, so that must have been not the best lap from him. Maybe even invalidated. Who's close to finishing their lap times? Cowboy Key will be starting his lap time. Now Norris, I think he will be finishing up. What will he get? He's lagging all over the place. I think he lost time on his previous lap time. As Vitinho is on an outlap the championship leader by, I'm just going to double check, by 24 points. That's less than a race win, but the man in second right now in the championship is not here. He's the only man absent from the which is quite unfortunate. Now, yellow flag in sector 2, that's probably for people trying to let people on a flying lap pass. People on their out lap or on their lap coming into the pits are allowed to cut the track. I'm not sure if we'll see people do it. No future to see takes the escape road, which is not mandatory, but he is a person that likes to do that, such as me. New Zealand came into the first Lesmo. Now into the second Lesmo, he gets some grass on his tires on the entry. So I hope his lap time isn't invalidated. Now into Ascari, the corner probably named out of after Alberto Ascari. He was a racing driver. He was a Formula 1 driver in the 1950s. Now into Parabolica, I'm not sure if this is invalidated. It looks like it. It wasn't the best entry into the corner. He's going into the pits. Yes, he does. So, a bit unfortunate for him as Norris leaves the session. That is probably out of internet issues. As I'll check if we have any comments on the stream. No, we don't. No, is anyone finishing their lap time? Storm is starting his. Callum Anderson is also going to start his. There's the two Haas boys probably doing some slipstream work so that one gets an advantage. As well, O'Billy, he is on two lap hold mediums. He goes into the pits. Now PMP Road, he will be starting his flying lap into the first corridor. Of course, back in 2009 and before that, there was no like kind of cut of the track where you can see the sausage curbs. Just something to throw out there. They used that layout of the circuit, which is only a couple of meters shorter than the Formula 1 version of it in MotoGP. Now into the first Lesmo, into the second Lesmo, as we see, I think Cap Boyke or Callum Anderson. That was Callum Anderson. PMP Roadie is too far away to get any kind of slipstream. Going into Ascari, a left, right, left, quite hard sequence of corners, especially if you're on the no traction. The exit can be tricky sometimes. There's two types of drivers through that corner, especially on the exit of it. Either you mount the curb like a madman, or you avoid it completely, because if you go in between that, you're screwed. PMP Roadie, he goes into 5th place, 1 minute 19.6. As now sector, I'm not sure, he is going to cut turn 1 and 2. I think he's on his outlap. Is anyone close to finishing their lap times? Vitinho is starting his. New Zealand Cam is also starting his. Lots of people on their last flying laps. 1 minute 30 remaining. These 15 seconds have came by quickly. BJ, the back, not a back marker, but he is not on a flying lap, so he will concede the place to Vitinho. Vitinho now into the second chicane. He takes a little bit of the curb. Careful not to go on the gravel there, as it slows you down completely. Hopefully we don't see anybody not starting their flying lap, as we saw in 2019 in the real Italian Grand Prix, where I think all of the grid apart from Sainz started their flying lap. No, the other way around, didn't start their flying lap because they ran out of time. As Vitinho gets a little bit of, I think, wheel spin on the back as New Zealand Cam retires from the session. Cap Boyke, not the best lap time from him. I think he's gonna go for another one. Sector, I'm not sure if he's gonna improve or not. Pizza Parker coming up, maybe trying to get a little bit of slipstream from Callum Anderson. 1 minute 19.3. Good lap time from him, but it's not enough to put him on provisional pole position. Who is the closest to finish their lap, while O'Billy will not make it across the finish line to start another flying lap. So I think it's going to be Sector going into Ascari in the beautiful yellow and black Renault. Not much has changed in the 2020 livery. Onto the back straight, gonna go into Parabolica. I think it's in 5th gear, sometimes 4th. Yeah, he puts it down into 1st just to get his nose in. Oh, that may have been invalidated. He takes the shortest line possible to the finish line. He improves 1 minute 18.7, but that is invalidated. Oh, that's Riley spinning. That was very unfortunate for him. He goes next to the marshals so that he doesn't create any chaos. No viewer to see, I think he invalidated his lap time, so he did not improve. Anyone else? BJ, I think he is on the hard. As we see Riley, he's going into the pits, same as BJ. Now it's only going to be Pizza Parker. Now he is going to go into the pits, so I don't think anybody else is on a lap. Yeah, that's it. Or no, Callum Anderson, he's just out there. We're waiting for him to, I think, complete the lap. Not sure what that was. That was a really light touch of the barrier, but the results are in for qualifying. Sector fastest, 1 minute 19.1. He will be starting on pole position with Pizza Parker in 2nd, 2/10 off him. Riley and no future to see on the 2nd row of the grid, barely separated by anything. PMP Rody in the Haas in 5th, Cap Boyke in 6th, New Zealand Cam in 7th, good result from him. Vitinho in 8th, not the best from the championship leader. DRS Aquaplaning in 9th, his teammate directly behind him on the grid, and Dean Gamerwhite, he finishes off the top 10. The rest of the grid are Callum Anderson, V8 Field, TG Storm, BJ, Crimson, Norris, Willow Billy, Swinsey and Bryn not getting a lap time in. And I see maybe it will rain in the race. If it will be very chaotic. No, it's all sunny here in Italy. I think we're in for a good race. There's no comments so far on the stream. 5 people watching. It will be 4 because I'm watching it to see the comments. It will be an all dry race, and from the insight that we see from the DRS Aquaplaning stream, it's going to be an easy soft medium strategy. So I don't think anyone will gamble on the soft mediums unless they get damage on the first lap. Now we're only waiting for Pizza Parker and Riley. I don't hear any audio. I don't know why. Okay, I fixed it. You have to go into the menu, into the pause menu, and then go out to actually hear the cars for some reason. Just to update you on the constructor standings, Renault are in first, 20 points in front of both McLaren and Ferrari, which are level on points, 169 points for them. Red Bull is fourth. Good job from No Future to see, who is in fourth place, and his teammate Faith is down in 12th. Haas in 5th after they didn't score points in the last couple of races. Rodi doing a good job to get into 5th, while Billy is down in 17th. Mercedes in 6th. They had a dodgy start to the season, but they have improved a lot. Alfa Romeo in 7th, as we see Catboy Key and Callum Anderson both in 6th and 11th respectively. Toro Rosso is in 8th. Peter Parker, an amazing job in 2nd place. Maybe we will see a Sebastian Vettel in 2008 if I'm not mistaken. And then at the bottom of the Constructors' Championships are Williams, who and their drivers are 14th and 16th, and then Racing Point with Dean Gamer doing an excellent job to put it in 10th place, and Sweeney down in 18th. I'm not sure if he's a reserve or he's a new arrival to the grid, as they are coming up the Parabolica. You see, not the nicest looking of warming up the tyres. Usually in F1 it's nice and quite, I don't know what the word is, but as the DRS aquaplaning just storms through the grid for some reason, I'm not sure why. He could even get the lead of the formation lap. I don't know how that works, but yeah. And just a quick fact, the circuit is 5.793 kilometers long, and then there is a junior circuit that will veer to the right as we approach turn 1. Now Sector, who put on pole position, is 5 red lights out, and away we go. Sector with a great start. Peter Parker right behind him, as we see, I think that is Dean Gamer going really wide into the pits. Nearly. No Future Z goes into 2nd. Great start from him. He was of course in 4th position, as TG Vitinho has to take the escape road. I wonder what happened to him. He got a 3-second time penalty for a corner cutting. I think that will be removed because he took the escape road. PMP Rodi goes into 3rd place into the 2nd chicane. Peter Parker concedes a position, but there's the 2 Ferraris fighting. They're still going side by side. DRS aquaplaning gets ahead of Vitinho, who's the championship leader. There's no team orders so far in the Ferrari team, as I forgot to put on some of these. As Dean Gamer retires from the session, I wonder what happened to him. My hands are not quick enough to see what happened, but I think he went in the wall after the 2nd Lesmo, as the safety car is out. That is crazy. First lap and there's already a safety car. I wonder, will anyone gamble to go into the pits for maybe the hard tyres? That is no Future to see doing a fake, and I think he faked out Rodi and Pizza Parker, but I'm not sure. Maybe they have front wing damage. As V8 Field is up into 3rd place, that is an amazing job from him. 9 positions up. I think that's half the grid going into this. I want to see what tyres they're going onto. PMP Rodi going onto the hards. Yes, that is basically everyone onto the hards. They're taking the gamble to go to the end of the race. That means that everybody ahead of them, from Callum Anderson up, still have to do 1 more pit stop, but they will have fresher tyres at the end. As DRS aquaplaning was coming in for a front wing change, that way he is down in 16th place, as I'm currently watching his stream. I'm going to check if anyone else is streaming the races so that we can see what's happening, because the safety car is not going to be that interesting, let's be honest. Now let's see. No, I think it's only DRS aquaplaning. going to check Twitch because that is also a popular platform. As Sector is slowing down, he is a bit back from the safety car. A fair bit back, and Bryn, he is last so far. In 17th he went onto the medium tyres. Now the safety car is still out for another lap. I'm thinking it will come in next lap, but I'm not too sure. As I'm just gonna check something real quick. If anyone wants to chat in the comments, you can, because I'm quite bored because it is a safety car. As there is no feature to see also streaming, this time on Twitch. So he of course didn't go for the gamble. His tires are on 20 or 30%. I didn't quite catch that, as my Twitch on the phone is quite laggy for some reason. BJ is the only man in the top 5 who is on the medium tires. Of course, these lads have jumped up quite a lot. AG Storm on the medium tires. Swinnies, I call him Swinsy. 1904. Hopefully that is not his date of birth, because that would make him 116, which I don't think is quite healthy. As the safety car is in this lap. Hello to you, Flecker. I want to say Flicker. I don't know how to pronounce that name, because you have a 3 in your name, which makes it really confusing. As PMP Catboy Key gets a 10-second time penalty, that will surely get removed. As Sector is out in front, he will be restarting the pack when the safety car comes into the pits. Very colourful grids here tonight, as I think that was BJ getting some front wing damage, and Sector restarts the pack. V8 field and no feature to see right behind him, and no feature to see will get the slipstream and will try to overtake Sector on lap 4 of the race, straight after the safety car restart. He will go round the outside of turn 1 and 2. It will be the inside for 2, but Sector gets the edge as Vitinho and BJ, they had a squabble, and that's Riley into the wall. Who else has been caught up? BJ. PMP Norris is not in the race, but who is that? That is PMP Catboy Key and PMP Rody, the 2 PMP men. I think getting tangled up with each other. I'm not sure. Oh, that's Vitinho and BJ making contact again. Maybe BJ was a bit salty because of the crash that Vitinho could have caused. The shores will be open. That's Pisa Parker down into 11th. I'm not sure what happened to him. Maybe he has some front wing damage. He has a bit on his front right end plate. Bryn in 10th now. Great recovery from him. Does anyone else have front wing damage? It's very interesting to check right now. But New Zealand Cam is going to go on a move on Callum Anderson. The old teammates, of course. New Zealand Cam was in the Alfa Romeo just in Monaco, I think. That was when the switches, driver changes happened. And that is Callum Anderson into the pits. That is probably for a front wing change, as New Zealand Cam is driving basically with a left front wing, which I don't think is quite safe. Now Crimson going round the outside, which will be the inside of the next corner, as New Zealand Cam going really wide and deep into the corner. Now the gaps are quite big in the top 6 actually, as Sector already got a 3-second time He got 3 second gap to No Future to See. No Future to See has a 2 second gap to Willow Billy. Willow Billy has a 2.6 second gap to Storm, and then Storm has a 1.6 second gap to V8 Field. But further down the grid, in 6th and 7th, we see the DRS Aquaplaning. He's going to try to overtake New Zealand Cam. Aquaplaning is on the hard, as that is New Zealand Cam understeering into the exit of his carry. That is probably because of his front wing damage. Now PMP Crimson eyeing up a move on New Zealand Cam. DRS has been enabled. I think that will be Cam into the pits. Will it be? Yes, it is. I think it would have been better if he went into the pits and a lap earlier. But Peter Parker is going to try to go for a move on the Crimson. New Zealand Cam gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but I'm not sure why Peter Parker lifted off so early. Vitinho gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting, and that's him out of the race. That's the championship leader out. So potentially, if Riley could win here, it's a VSC currently, so that is helping the 2 Mercedes drivers who were just in the pits. We see New Zealand Cam still in the pits. He is going onto the exit of the pits. Already 2 safety cars, well, 1 virtual safety car, but it's still a safety car. So quite a crazy race this has been. Oh, Peter Parker, he is right behind Crimson. There is a battle for 5th place. If Crimson gets a good start of the VSC, it could mean that he would catch up to DRS Aquaplaning and get DRS. I'm not sure, he is just within the 1 second. I think he will have DRS for the next race, which will help him fend off Pizza Parker, as there's yellow flags in sector 2. The minimap isn't really telling me anything. Vitinho has left the session from frustration, probably. He of course retired from the session. Now Peter Parker is too far away from Crimson, but if Crimson makes a mistake, he is ready to pounce and take that position off him. Oh, this is the only real battle right now in the Temple of Speed, as they call it. I'm not sure who calls it that. I actually haven't heard anyone say that, apart from commentators. So yeah. Nothing much happening currently on track. Crimson is catching up to Aquaplaning, slowly but surely. I'm gonna check the gap to the leader. So if Sector would pit in now, I think he would come out behind Pizza Parker. So that would be 7th place for him, which is not too shabby. The fastest lap is going to... The fastest lap point is right now going to Sector. 1 minute 22.0. It's a good lap time to have in the race. Now Crimson is closing up on DRS Aquaplaning. Will he go for a dive bomb? No, he doesn't. He stays back, as DRS Aquaplaning went for a more of a defensive line into the corner, as BJ gets a 3-second time penalty. There's blue flags already, I think, because I saw them on the monitor, but I'm not sure for who it is supposed to be. As now Crimson is at the back of Aquaplaning. He's right at the back of him. It will be a matter of moments till he snatches that 5th place from him, I think. Oh, that's Aquaplaning, bit iffy on the exit of the 2nd Lesmo. Now will he be close enough? Pizza Parker is also quite close to Crimson, but Crimson goes for a move down the inside of the DRS Aquaplaning into Ascari. Oh, they make contact. Aquaplaning has lost some of his front wing, but DRS Aquaplaning is not giving up. that easily. He will try to go around the outside of Parabolica. He is in overtake mode, but he'll have a compromised run through there, especially because of his front wing. Now Peter Parker is right at the back of Aquaplaning. He swerves onto the inside of the corner. Will he go for a move? Yes, he does. He goes for the move on Crimson. That's a very brave move from Peter Parker, and he gets the move done. Marvelous overtake, double overtake from Peter Parker. As now Aquaplaning is behind Crimson, he lost out 2 positions in the span of 1 lap. Crimson goes onto the gravel on the exit of the second chicane, but Aquaplaning has a front wing damage, so that hinders him quite a bit. Crimson still has DRS, which is very important around Monza, which is basically mostly straights. Well, I'm not sure if anything else is happening out on track. I think it's New Zealand Cam and PMP Roadie, but they're going into one of the slower sections of the track, so there's probably not going to be any overtakes there. As now Aquaplaning is losing a lot of time. I think he will have to come into the pits. No, he doesn't, but Crimson 6/10 behind Peter Parker. DRS wide open, high ERS mode, and he can't close up to him yet, as Peter Parker was in non ERS mode, which shows that he is kinda brave, because he is trying to fend off Crimson in the McLaren. Now will he go for a dive bomb into turns 4 and 5? No, he doesn't. Crimson goes on the gravel a bit again. Peter Parker into the first Lesmo, and into the second one he goes. He goes a bit wide on the exit, same as there's Aquaplaning, but Aquaplaning goes onto the gravel. Now on the second DRS straight, the PMP Crimson caught up quite a lot because of the DRS. Oh, Peter Parker with a very scary moment at the exit of Ascari, losing the back end. Crimson will not go for a dive bomb at Parabolica, because he will wait it out and try to overtake Peter Parker with DRS. He will have DRS. He goes on the inside. Peter Parker tucks in, tries to get some slipstream. Will he go for a dive bomb? No, he doesn't. He is too far away, as there's more yellow flags in sector 2. I'm not sure for what that is. Now PMC Crimson going really wide. Peter Parker, he will have a great run on Crimson. If Crimson puts it into the gravel trap again, that will not be the best for him, as the safety car is out. That is for Swinnies, if I'm not mistaken. I need to see what happened there. I think Gatefield, oh, I think that must have been maybe a collision with another driver, but I'm not sure. But that is the third safety car we have today, as Peter Parker retires from the session. I'm not sure what happened. I saw Crimson slowing down quite a bit. I think Peter Parker hit the back of Crimson. I will have to see with Storms onboard if it looks like an incident due to another driver, or was it because he hit the wall. I'm not sure. His car has disappeared, so we can't tell. We'll have to see if he tells us in chat, or if he sends in footage to the stewards. But that is Wilo Billy, no future to see, and Sector into the pit, same as V8 and the Arzago planning. So the people trying to get a bit of an undercut on the other drivers because of the safety car will lose out, because lucky for the front runners, the safety car is out. So it's basically like a free pit stop. I want to see how far back the people who have stopped are. Bryn came out in 7th place. As sector, no Jersey, Milo Billy, Storm and Vadefield all keep their positions, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I haven't seen this, but a lot of people are on the 2 stop. Not sure what tires they're going onto. They're probably going onto the mediums. Now let's check. Yes, they are. Riley and Bryn on 7 lap old tires. Storm is on 6 lap old tires, so I was wrong about him. Now the position changes to keep you updated in the race. Sector has kept his lead. He has led the whole Grand Prix. No future to see. He is in 2nd place, up 2 positions, while Billy up 14 positions onto the podium. Currently, TG Storm 7th place. There's aquaplaning. No, Vadefield up 7 places. Now he is in 5th place. He started in 12th. There's aquaplaning up 3 positions. He started in 9th. Bryn up 12 positions. Great comeback from him. He started at the back of the grid. Riley in 8th, down 5 positions. His teammate in the McLaren right behind him. He is up 6 places. Callum Anderson up 1 place. BJ up 3 places. PMP Rody down 7. New Zealand to Cam, not the best race. He is in 13th place. And Catboy Key dead last, 22 seconds behind the next car. He is in 14th, losing 8 positions. So not the race of dreams for Catboy Key. But first, the steward's office is open. So maybe there will be some footage that I could see. No, there isn't any currently, so so lap 13 currently, and that is 3 safety cars, sector leading, as well as TG Storm overtakes Milo Billy for a second. Not sure why. Maybe Milo Billy slowed down a bit too much. I'm gonna check the other races right now and see how they are doing. F1, they are on lap 10 and they also have the safety car. So we are 3 laps ahead of them, but they have a safety car. Also, Super Guyanel is leading the race in that tier with Isaac in 2nd and Midnight in 3rd. I'm going to check the F2 race. I want to see what's happening there. Let's see this. Lap 15, also a safety car. This race seems to be full of the safety cars. It's Team in 1st position, Taze Leroy in 2nd, and Dane Star, also known as Valentino, in 3rd position. I'm not sure what to commentate on right now. PMP Catboy Key with 5 stops. I need to see the race director, because I don't know what happened to him. Let's see this. So he went on the softs, then on to the hards. So that's 1 pit stop. Then mediums 2 pit stops. Hards 3 pit stops. Oh, he got, I think, got quite unlucky. I'm not sure what happened to him. But sector now, he is leading the pack. On lap 14, Let's see how he does. Of course, Sector has 2 wins to his name currently. So this could be potentially 3 race wins for him. Surprisingly, he has no other podiums after that. But there are no number 57 Sector will be restarting the pack again. Last time out, no future to see got a good run on him, but couldn't make the move stick. Let's see how he does this time. As no future to see only has 1 race win, so this could be amazing for him. When will Sector restart the pack? He does it now. Just at the entry of Parabolica. Future to see has done a good job to keep up with Sector. It's green flags, green flag racing, and there's no future to see too far away from Sector. Yes, he is. He won't go for the move. There's Aquaplaning going side by side, nearly side by side with V8 Field, but he has to concede the position. And that's 2 of the McLaren, 2 drivers having to go to escape road. Now DRS Aquaplaning really close to V8 Field. Yes, shoved out wide a bit as Storm I think goes into the gravel trap, because I saw a bit of dust in the air, brain right behind the Aquaplaning. But I'm gonna go back for the battle for 2 points. BJ is quite iffy, and will Callum Anderson go for a move on him? So I think that's DRS Aquaplaning trying to go side by side with V8 Field. He can't stick it as TG Storm makes a huge mistake. That's him down to 6th place, maybe even 7th. As there's yellow flags in Sector 3, that is for New Zealand camp. Disaster for him. Callum Anderson also at the back, so the old teammates. Oh, it's another safety car. Disaster. Disaster. 3 safety cars and 1 VSC. So that is Sector still leading the race. No future to see in 2nd. Wido Billy entered, Aquaplaning in 4th, PJ in 5th with a great drive from him so far. Brody in 6th, V8 Field 7th, Storm 8th, Cowboy Key 9th, and Brent 10. That's the top 10. Most of the grid going, half of the grid actually going onto the hard tyres, apart from New Zealand camp, who is on 4 lap old mediums. So that is nearly half the grid on fresh softs. So now V8 Field will be leading the soft runners pack. I wonder how he does. Will he be able to catch up to Sector, the race leader, and snatch the victory of him? There might be some team orders in Red Bull, because V8 Field will be on the faster tyres, and if he catches up to No Future to See, I think No Future to See will have to let him pass. As I'm looking at the statistics so far, Vitinho, the championship leader, who has retired from the race, still hasn't won a Grand Prix. Then Messi has won 3 races so far in F3. Riley has won 1, and he is down in 12th place, right behind his teammate Crimson. Then Storm has 2 wins. He is in 8th place on new, fresh, soft tyres. Sector of course has 2 wins, while Billy with 0 wins, but he has 2 second place finishes. He is in 3rd position, so he wouldn't mind if he gets another podium here in EVR Season 2. Crimson with 2 second places, as New Zealand camp gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He is going on the soft tyres, and he will serve his 5-second time penalty. He will have to do I think he will catch up quite easily to Callum Anderson, but I think the safety car will come in this lap, so he has to catch up to them quite quickly. Now, BB Racing, or Bryn, has won one race, but he is in 11th place in the championship, and those are all the race winners, if I'm not mistaken. There's Aquaplaning, also didn't taste anything above third place, so if he gets a second or first place, that will be his first in EVR. Now with 10 laps remaining, I want to see how it plans out. The rest of the race, how the rest of the race plans out. Man, what am I saying? Well, it's quarantine, so yeah, I hope everyone is staying inside during quarantine. Hope no one is going outside for any unnecessary reasons, unless you have a job or you have to get food, because we need that to survive. As usual, Cam is warming up his tires for some reason. I'm not sure what's happening. He should probably be trying to catch up, as it's another lap under the safety car. I will check the other races also, just to give you to keep you on track with other races. I'll go into F2 this time first. It's lap 21, and there has been, I think, 6 people that have retired. It is, if the comments don't show up because I'm on mobile, Ardapple, he is in first position, Tim in second, and Hayes Leroy in third. I'm gonna check F1, the pinnacle of AVR. Let's see how they are doing. Nolan is in first position, Isaac in second, and Fruitful in third. So I think we have had the most safety cars. We had 3, I want to say. Yeah, 3 safety cars. I remember them by the pit stops, because in the first safety car, people who went on the hards. On the second safety car, the people who didn't go on the hards went onto the mediums. And now on the third safety car, the people who had the hards on, they went on the softs. So hopefully the safety car comes in this lap. Yes, race control confirms safety car is in this lap. Sector will again be restarting the pack. The third time. You will surely get better at this. You will be a pro at this after the race has finished. The lovely Renault number 57. No future to see. Down in second. They're all warming up their tires. Hopefully we see a shot of the full grid. Yes, we do. The only car we don't have on the grid so far right now are the racing points, and oh, that is Sector quite iffy on the restart. No future to see going side by side with him, as there is some lag there. No future to see. Great run on Sector with green flag racing, so they can overtake all they want. Now he will try to go for a switchback. Textbook maneuver. That is him into first place. We have a new leader of the Grand Prix after 19 laps, and that is New Zealand Cam with a front wing change. There's Aquaplaning in the pits. BJ and Bryn, I think, got tangled up in something. No future to see. Still in front of the pack. Sector in second now, trying to get back first position. Get past No future to see, as the 2 Alfa Romeos are fighting for 7th position. Hopefully there's no in team conflict after this race. Now we'll see Sector, can he catch up to No Future to See? No Future to See. Sector and Willow-Billy will have DRS on the No Future to See. Will Willow-Billy try to go for a double overtake? He is in the car number 30. I want to see how he does here. Sector, I think he is closer to No Future to See, as there is yellow flags. That is for PMP Crimson, one of the McLarens. No safety car, luckily. So I can see some action-packed racing for once in this race. Now Willow-Billy, he is ready to pounce if one of these two make a mistake. He'll try to snatch second or maybe even first place from the two of them. Sector, of course, eager to get back into first position after he was leading the whole Grand Prix. He got a bad restart on the safety car restart, and that just screwed him up completely. I saw that Sector has been getting worse and worse with his restarts. On the first one he had, I think that's 1 second lead on No Future to See. The second one, No Future to See, was quite close to him. On the third one he conceded the place. Now Willow-Billy nearly outside of 1 second, so it's really so No Future to See and Sector are really having a race of their own. DRS has been enabled, but Sector doesn't have it open, so he doesn't have it. Or oh, that's some desync. I think that was No Future to See, I think, getting shoved wide, and he had to cut the chicane. He wouldn't have made it, so he gets a 5-second time penalty, but I think that will be reviewed by the race stewards. We see Callum Anderson at the back of Riley. Will he get past the man who is in third position in the standings? That is Storm and Rhodey trying to get past Rhodey. Storm is the leading man on the soft tyres with 6 laps remaining. No, 7 in the Grand Prix. Oh, there's big contact. That's Storm out. Oh my god, he has... Storm went airborne. Callum Anderson is out and Rhodey is out, and that only causes a virtual safety car. That is absolutely mad. Storm went completely airborne there after he got hit from the back by Callum Anderson. Absolute chaos in the Italian Grand Prix. I cannot believe what I saw. What... That was crazy. As No Future to See doesn't get the best restart of the virtual safety car. Sector right behind him, but Willow-Billy also right behind Sector. There's yellow flags in Sector 3. There is only 10 drivers remaining, which means whoever finishes the race is going to get points. Oh, that's Willow-Billy really close to the back of Sector. He is sniffing the back of Sector's car. Oh, that Sector making a mistake. He has some front wing damage. I've never seen that. And that is him down into third position. Willow-Billy into second. This will give No Future to See the opportunity to get a lead, and Sector leaves the session. I think that was a disconnection. Disaster for him. Bryn now trying... Oh, he overtook Vieitfield. Vieitfield went really slow into Ascari for some reason. And over here see now with a 5-6 tenths lead over Willow-Billy. Now will Willow-Billy be close enough to go for a move on No Future to See? He probably could have went for a dive bomb, but that is not very sensible if he did. Oh, V8 field. He is not quite close enough to Bryn, unfortunately, as no view to see very he doesn't have a lot of ERS. That's what I was trying to say. He was in overtake mode, so he is quite skeptical. He thinks that Wild Billy could overtake him at any moment of the race. It's him going quite a bit wide. As Roddy leaves the session, he retired a couple of laps ago. Oh, that's Willow Billy into the wall. He only has a little bit of front wing damage, but he will surely have to pit it. That was a very sketchy moment for him, and that is Riley and Bryn. Now, what happened to Willow Billy? Maybe he has a puncher because he was going really slow. It doesn't seem like it. I want to see. Does he? Or does he not? I don't think he did. I think that was just human error. But Bryn is now battling with Riley for second place of the Grand Prix. Now, Bryn at the back of Riley, going head to head right now. Will Bryn make one of the best comeback stories we've seen in F3 from the back of the grid, dead last, to maybe even second? Bryn 2 tenths behind Riley. Will he go for the move into Parabolica? Bryn now, will he be close enough to Riley to make a move? Yeah, Norris didn't retire, he lost connection. So, hopefully that answers your question. Now Bryn is trying his best to catch up to Riley, but Riley it's just pulling away from him. Sorry, I couldn't speak for a sec. Yes, he has. I'm not sure, can you hear my mic or something? Now we're in really close to Riley. Sorry about my mic there. Now into turn 1 and 2. Bryn's still at the back of Riley on the second last lap of the Grand Prix. No viewer to see with a 7-second gap to second place. I think he is gonna win the race here tonight. While O'Bailey was the fastest lap time, 1:21.5, so that will probably see him with the fastest lap point at the end of the race. Of course, the fastest lap point is 1 point, and which is basically the same as in real life. Bryn 4 tenths behind Riley. Oh, that's a very scary moment for Bryn. He lost the back end of it. Well, O'Billy with a 3-second time penalty. He was, of course, in third place at once. He was in third place, but now he is down to 9th place. Bryn again not looking the best on the tyres. His tyres are sliding all over the place. Now, oh, that Bryn, very sketchy from him. He is only on 11 lap hold softs. Riley is doing a great job on them, but he just can't control them. He's probably screaming down his bike that his tires are bad and they have to change his tires. Bit of a Lewis Hamilton, but it is the final lap of the race. No future to see. If he doesn't crash now into Parabolica, we see New Zealand Cam there, I think. Yeah, that is New Zealand Cam. No, wait. 1:16. It was only the safety car. Jesus. It was only the safety car like 10 laps ago. But no future to see. Wins in Monza, the temple of speed. The Tifosi not too happy. Aquaplaning in 6th place. Could even be 7th. Wakefield in 4th position. That will probably bring Red Bull up a few positions in the Constructors' Championship. Riley in 3rd. As Bryn is in 2nd because of penalties. Great job from the Red Bull family to here tonight in F3. No viewer to see in the Red Bull. Now in the sister team, Bryn 2nd place, Riley 3rd, Wakefield 4th. It was nearly an all Red Bull podium. DRS Aquaplaning in 5th place. The Tifosi not too happy, as I said earlier on. BJ in 6th, Sector in 7th. He disconnected at around lap 23, I think. PNB Cowboyki in 8th, Wilo Billy, he is nursing it home in 9th. I'm not sure what's happening. Is he being a bit cocky or something? I'm not sure. But he completely slowed down. Maybe he's giving the position to New Zealand Cam. Oh, I'm not sure what's happening there, but I think that is New Zealand Cam ahead of Wilo Billy. So it has been a decent Grand Prix, not the best we had in F3, that's for sure. But that is the Scotsman, no future to see, in 1st place. Then we have Bryn in 2nd, and in 3rd we have Riley. Great job from no future to see. He was right behind Sector for most of the Grand Prix. It paid off after Sector lost connection in the dying laps of the race. Oh, it was really close. If no future to see didn't pull off one more second, Bryn would have won the race on penalties. But Bryn found an amazing comeback. And the finishers are no future to see: Bryn, Riley, Wakefield, DRS Aquaplaning, BJ, Sector, Capoiki, New Zealand Cam, and Wilo Billy. And Wilo Billy will be getting the 1 point for fastest lap, which means he will be getting 2 points. So it has been an eventful race, especially a lot of crashes. We will have a 1 week break after this. We will be in Japan in 2 weeks time, so hopefully we see you there.